Well, hello there to all you wisdom walkers out there. Here we are on a Thursday afternoon, lunchtime here in the Midwest. And this is Jojo Maria and Roma bringing you the elemental wisdom for March. And my theme for this month, because March really is a repeat of February, this is about keep changing and doing the right things. Yeah, yeah. Because of course in February it was about do the right things. Um, so every year, if you'll notice that the calendar for February is exactly what it is for March, except when it is a leap year. So the first day is always the same day of the week and so forth. So yeah, yeah. I am very much still in that total lunar eclipse, blood red moon um, eclipse energy. It's like really saturated us with something that I think we are being rewired with. And so I feel very slowed down today, which is nice. And want to, of course, maintain my peacefulness. So I wish the same for you. And I'm going to just go here with us getting into this information. First thing to know, of course, that this is in honor of my teachers and ancestors, Malidoma and Sobonfu Some from Burkina Faso, land of the proud ancestors who brought this incredible medicine wheel that you're seeing there, the Dagara medicine wheel, on which I base these offerings about the elemental week. And March is the first nature month. So let me share with you what I wrote out to share, which is during March, we get a repeat of the February elemental energies. We will again experience the earth, fire, mineral, and water, but this time with nature as the primary influence. And as I've shared in my annual New Year's message for 2026, 2026 is an important water year, calling humanity to peacemaking from the inside out, as the Venerable Monks demonstrated so powerfully through their groundbreaking Walk for Peace here in the United States. So, my energetic theme for this breakthrough month is keep changing and doing the right things. Now, depending on the hemisphere in which you reside, March brings the closing of winter or summer and the opening of spring or fall. The elemental energies this month encourage us to receive support with gratitude and knowing we are worthy, being truthful and walking our talk, connecting with the souls of others to validate our higher purpose, and becoming peaceful by reconciling and releasing negative feelings for others and ourselves. Yeah. So, how wonderful that we get a second dose of this energy at this time, and especially here at the beginning of 2026. Yeah. So, let me start with today and take you through these elemental weeks. So, we begin with an Earth Week, and here's the opportunities. It is about receiving support, being grateful because you are worthy. Don't apologize or feel ashamed. Embrace the power of self love and honor the energetic of the earth element as you open yourself to receive what you need in order to be fulfilled, nurtured, appreciated, and loved. Be self full. This is cosmic reciprocity for all that you have done to support others. You deserve it. Ask and you shall receive. And of course, with all opportunities, yes, we do get some distractions. And here they are for this week. It is fear of hearing no, the fear of being a burden, and the fear of being judged as weak or as a failure. Yeah. So let's just stay away from all that. And something I forgot to mention in case you're watching this for the first time is that the elemental week begins on a Thursday because this is the day that January 1st fell on for 2026. So from Thursday to Wednesday will be an elemental week. And then I calculate which element it is based on what date Thursday is bringing us. Yeah, wonderful. So next week, on Thursday, March 12th, we step into our fire week. Yeah. And the opportunity is for being truthful with yourself and others, calling upon the ancestors to bring you clarity when you feel confused or conflicted. Walk your talk. Live in self referred consciousness, meaning trust your intuition and honest feelings more than the opinions, advice, or judgments of others. Allow your inner authentic self to be in charge of your life versus the image of yourself that you project out to the world. As Mr. Rogers said, people can love you exactly the way you are. So let's look at the distractions that come with this. First one, maintaining the status quo. And that, of course, is let's go along with the program because I'm too afraid of not. Abandoning your true self in order to please others or avoid conflict. Yeah, that's that codependent posture. And again, it's what I've been preaching about, especially this month and last month about self-love. Yeah, so when we don't really love ourselves, we will abandon ourselves and go along with others. Yeah. And even when we know it ain't right, when it ain't the right thing to do, we'll still do it. Lying to yourself or others, that is that trying to neglect, ignore, deny a truth, sacrificing your needs in order to belong or to be included. Yeah. I deal with this one probably on a daily basis. Um, and it's really one that we do need a higher timeline understanding for because a lot of times we can get twisted into thinking that, if I sacrifice myself and my needs, then that person will be better. But no, that's an inner child. That's an inner child calculation. And it's no, that's not true. We have to take care of ourselves. And if you're not in a positive energy, in a flow energy, when you're in the process of helping, then what you're doing is transmitting negativity. Yeah. So it's best to say, no, no, this isn't going to work for me right now and leave it alone until you are better. Exactly. And then that fear of not being liked, loved, or accepted. Yes, yes, yes. And this is so real for all of us because at some point in our childhood, we did not get what we expected, what we needed, what we wanted. And so that always plants this seed of doubt. Am I lovable? Am I likable? Am I enough? Yeah. And so what this is saying, be conscious of that, especially during this fire week. Be conscious of that fear of really thinking that there is something that you can do or say innocently, meaning it's not your intention to upset someone. Um, and that however they respond and react, it's not your fault. Yeah. Like if I want to get somebody mad, I know exactly how to do it and I know I'm doing it, right? But if that's not my intention and they respond that way, that's their stuff. Let them have it. That's the only way we can grow and heal. Yeah. So again, just a excuse me, reminder of this. Really important. We have to do our self-love work daily, and we have to accept that somewhere inside of us we are so afraid of not being liked, loved, or accepted. Ashe. Now, on the third week in March, on a Thursday, it's the 19th, which gets us to our mineral week. So, all you mineral people out there, that's your week. And here's the opportunity: connect with the souls of others to validate your higher purpose as a human being. Unity consciousness is what makes us human. Communicate at a deeper level to experience the ability for compassion, understanding, forgiveness, and fifth dimensional relationships. A huge part of living on purpose is to be willing to transcend the shallow surface of what people present to you, see into their hearts, and connect with their souls and to their essence. In this way, you must be authentically deep and simple with your own self and connected to your own soul. This is what the age of illumination is all about, age of Aquarius. Use the healing energy of minerals, stones, crystals, bones, and shells to illuminate your higher self and that of others. Yeah, very important at this time. And so here are the distractions: feeling sorry for people and taking on their pain. Yeah. Never a happy ending from this. Never. And it is hard at times to detect this because we really feel like we're in service, like we're doing something good. But feeling sorry is an energetic that has that person feel shrunk. Yeah, because the message to them is, "Oh, this is the best you can ever do, so let me feel sorry for you." Yeah. So they can get very resentful if you keep doing that. Yeah. And the reason why we'll do this is because we're feeling sorry for something about ourselves. And so it's a real call for us to take on healing something so that we let go of treating people like they don't have the same huge divine spirit and being that we do. And that everybody is going to go through something that is painful, that is unwanted, but it has purpose and it doesn't have to defeat them. And you don't have to agree that this is the best they can do. No, no, help them get beyond that. So, false obligations because you forget you are worthy. Yeah, that's another one. Again, very subtly, it can show up. And so it's important, again, we make this commitment to not only having our peaceful day, but to have a self loving day. Yeah. Victim consciousness. Woo, woo. And especially at this time, as the world is in a hot mess, it's very easy for a victim consciousness to get validated and also perceived as, oh, this is just the way things are and this is the way they have to be. But again, playing victim to your life will never bring you a happy ending. Now, we can have a victimizing experience, and we all do in many, many different ways and forms, but we don't have to adopt the posture and the belief system of I'm a victim. Our goal is to get to I'm a victor and to allow a victimizing experience to actually become the treasure trove that gets us to that place. Absolutely. Anxiety and impatience. Yeah, it's a big distraction to connecting with your soul and the soul of others. So be aware of that. And then gossip, judgments, and blaming, all that negativity. And, when we put that out, when we're doing that, engaging in that, putting that out in the world, it's just going to come right back to us, you know, and not making the world a better place. So it really is something that we have to consciously avoid, and especially around these world events and these false leaders involved. Stay away from the judging and the blaming. Just accept that, they are part of a projection of our own, not loving ourselves and trying to force other people to love us. See it in that light. And that way you cannot get attached to the energetic of a victim. Yeah. And remember, there really is a greater order and direction in our universe. And it's much greater than any human. And, things happen for a reason that at times we can't understand, but we can definitely open up to learning about it. But again, really drop the negativity. Go watch some videos by the Venerable Monks and make you feel much better. Ashe. And then lastly, we come to Thursday, March 26th, which would have been my mother's birthday. And it is a water week. Boy, do we need a water week. So, you water people, this is your week. And this is all about becoming peaceful. Pause and get still to listen to your heart and focus on your breathing. Reconcile any negative feelings, as I was just talking about, you have about others and yourself by acknowledging them, feeling the pain, and cleansing them with sadness and tears. And then by focusing on what is positive in your life right now. Get yourself into or nearby flowing water and allow the purifying energy of the water element to free you from feelings of anger, resentment, judgment, fear, and anything else that is disruptive and distracting to your peace of mind. For without peacefulness, you will not be able to fulfill your annual commitments. Remember those? Yeah. Remember that God is breathing you. Call upon the divine love to free your mind and restore your peace. Shay. So here are the distractions: ignoring or sedating your pain. And recently, I was having reactions to overeating starches. And I knew that that was connected to some past pain I was trying not to have to deal with, but I said my prayer, set my intention, made my commitment, and I have stopped the starches altogether and allowing whatever pain from the past needs to come up and out. And this is how we get to not only have our happy endings, but to be able to really have them, to be really joyous. I can't tell you of how many people I'll talk to that tell me about a trip they go on or about an experience that some happy experience, something out of the ordinary. And they'll spend more of their time in the conversation talking about what didn't work, what wasn't right, some kind of complaint, than they will about the gratitude and, the excitement of having had that experience. So it's very, very important for us to stay mindful that, if we're ignoring pain and sedating it, we're not going to be able to appreciate and have our happy endings. Yeah, absolutely. So, telling yourself that your problems can wait, that's that procrastination, instead of taking even a small step to solve it, to let go of thinking we have to stay struggling and suffering, um, and not get back to our peace. Attempting to change someone, oh my God, let me tell you, that is the worst wrecking ball for trying to have peace. Yeah, you know, got to bless and disconnect. Pray for them and trust again, they're a big spirit just like you, and they're going to be okay. You can't change them. Let them be on their journey, especially parents for your children, your grown children especially. Let them be on their journey. It'll be okay. You made it, they can make it. Blaming others for how you are choosing to feel about yourself. Yeah. Really, really, my darlings, pay attention to that because the energies that are happening in the cosmos right now, yeah, it's going to backfire. Don't be making other people responsible for the fact that you are not feeling happy, joyous, peaceful, well. That's something you have to manage. And yes, there's a lot going on that is disturbing. It is unsettling. It doesn't feel good, but it doesn't have power over you unless you give it power. So again, it's about feeling the pain, crying those tears, and then focus on what you have control over, which is how do I have a nutritious meal? How do I make sure I'm sleeping in a position where my neck won't hurt? You know, very simple but important things like that. Absolutely. And last but not least, using anger, rage, or judgment to protect you, to protect yourself from other people's pain. Yeah, that's another big one. Another big one. Yeah. The reaction to people's pain, anger, rage, judgment will not protect you. All it's doing is you're really attaching yourself to their pain. So it is to respond with peacefulness and non-attachment, as the Venerable Monks did when somebody was transferring pain onto them, and they just said, "May you be well, may you be happy, may you be peaceful," and let it go, but do not stay attached through negativity. Yeah. So, my darlings, I want to remind you that Sunday, March the 22nd, is our monthly honoring of the earth. So important to do this because I heard that the Environmental Protection Agency is in trouble, that's being doubted, which is, unthinkable. But that's why we need to put more attention onto honoring our earth. Yeah. And so this last year in 2025, the annual theme for the Earth Day celebration was to really get really serious about reducing the plastic production 60% by 2040. Yeah. And as always, you can go to their website, www.earthday.org, and look up all the different campaigns, information in ways that you can, personally get involved with making a difference in how it is that we are treating our planet and what we can do to make sure that this planet is here and usable by the seventh generation that comes after us. Ashe. And I believe that we can do it. I believe we can figure this out. And so, my dears, there you have it, the elemental wisdom for the month of March. And just a quick promo for my book, Wisdom Walk to Self Mastery, Ancient Wisdom for Transforming Pain, available Amazon, Abe's Books, Thrift Books, Walmart, and Kindle. I hope that the rest of March is very, very supportive for you, that it really helps you move forward as we are coming into the spring. We also start a new astrological year. Um, it's a time for us to really believe that we have the choice to step into a new era, to a whole new world, a whole new chapter. Yeah. So, my wish is that you stay very conscious of that and receive all of the love and support you need for that to be your reality. Thank you for tuning in, and I will be back this Sunday live streaming the astrology for the beginning of March. I did do that eclipse, but I'll do now from the 1st to the 16th for you. So be well, be happy, and be peaceful. Bye bye now.